circular measure. So at the end of this video, you should be able to remember that 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. You should be able to change from degrees to radians. Then you should be able to change from radians to degrees. Let me start this topic by asking this question. Have you ever wondered why there are 360 degrees in one complete revolution? So the original reason for choosing the degree as a unit of angular measure is actually unknown, but there are a number of different theories. So number one, ancient astronomers claimed that the sun advanced in its path by 1 degree each day, and that a solar year consisted of 360 days. Then another theory, the ancient Babylonians divided the circle into 6 equilateral triangles and then subdivided each angle at 0 into 64 parts, so resulting in 360 divisions in one complete revolution. So 360 has many factors, which makes division of the circle so much easier. So degrees are not the only way in which you can measure angles. So in this video, you will learn how to use radian measure. So this is sometimes referred to as natural units of angular measure, and it is used extensively in mathematics because it can simplify many formulae and calculations. So let me start this one by telling you that 2 pi radians is equal to 360 degrees. So if this one is true, then pi will now be equal to 180 degrees, because if you divide both sides by 2, so you are going to get pi here. Is that okay? Pi radians is equal to what? 180 degrees. Now let's start from converting from degrees to radians. So since 180 degrees is equal to pi, then 90 degrees is equal to pi over 2. So from here, if you divide both sides by 2, so 180 divided by 2 is equal to 90, then pi divided by 2 is equal to pi over 2. So if you divide this one by 4, you will get what? Pi over 4. Then 180 degrees divided by 4 is equal to 45 degrees. Now, the angles that are not simple fractions of 180 degrees, you can be converted using the following rule. So the rule is simply multiply by what? Pi over 180. Pi over 180. Now let's quickly look at the first example here. So converting from degrees to radians, change these angles to radians in terms of pi. Number one, 60 degrees, 225 degrees, 10 degrees. So for 60 degrees, we said that just multiply by pi over 180. So 60 multiplied by pi over 180 is 0 cancel 0, 6 here, 1, 6 here, 3. So we have pi over 3 radians. So 60 degrees is equal to what? Pi over 3 radians. Then 225 degrees is the same thing as 125 degrees multiplied by pi over 180 degrees. So 225 divided by 180 is equal to 5 over 8. So 5 over 8 pi radians. So 225 degrees is equal to 5 pi over 8 radians. Then the last one, which is 10 degrees, is equal to 10 multiplied by pi over 180 radians. So which is equal to what? So 10 will cancel, 0 will cancel 0, then we'll have pi over 18. So 10 degrees is equal to pi over 18 radians. Now let's now check conversion from radians to degrees. So since pi is equal to 180 degrees, so pi over 6 will be 30 degrees. So just divide both sides by 6. Is that clear? Then if you divide both sides by 10, you get 10. Pi over 10 is equal to what? 18 degrees. Is that clear? So etc. So the angles that are not simple fractions of pi can be converted using the following rule. So just multiply by what? 180 over pi. 180 over pi. You know, if you are converting from degrees to radians, you are multiplying by what? Pi over 180. But this time you are converting from radians to degrees is 180 over pi. Then it is useful to remember that 1 radian is equal to 1 multiplied by 180 divided by pi, which is equal to what? Which is approximately 57 degrees. Approximately 57 degrees. So let's look at some examples here too. So change these angles to degrees. So they're already in radians. So since you are multiplying this one by 180 over pi, so pick the first one. 3 pi over 5 multiplied by 180 over pi. So pi will cancel pi. So 3 multiplied by 180 divided by 5 is equal to 108 degrees. Then pi over 6 multiplied by 180 over pi. Pi will cancel pi. 180 divided by 6 is equal to 30 degrees. Then 3 pi multiplied by 180 over pi. So this one is the same thing as 3 pi over 1. So pi will cancel pi. Then 3 multiplied by 180 is equal to 540 degrees. Now, if this example is clear, I would not like you to try this the exercises here. So change these angles to radians. So in terms of what? In terms of pi. So they are already in degrees. 120 degrees, 9 degrees, 720 degrees. Then change these angles to degrees now. So they are in pi. Yes, this one in terms of what? Pi. So you have to convert this one to degrees.